Okay,
We went to
Marilyn Williams.
Marilyn Williams and we went to Marilyn Williams and Terrell Edwards.
Okay, well,
Marilyn Williams just had a
we
little
are
birthday
live. Good
celebration.
evening, everybody, and welcome to the Self Checkout Show. I am your host, Pastor Will, along with my beautiful co-hosts, and that would be Coach Crystal and Dr. Nancy. Welcome to the show, everybody. Happy Monday, happy Monday, happy Monday. We are uh, in the last week of this is the last week of August, right?
It
Yeah.
is.
It's the last week of
Can you
August. And
believe it?
I know this year has gotten out of
I'm
here.
tired.
This
You're worn out.
Just tired.
yo, this year has gotten out of here, like for real. This is the last week of August. Next Monday is Labor Day,
Yes.
what they call the last holiday of the summer. And I'm mad about it because
I am too.
I don't want the summer to end. I don't want the summer to end because
Me either.
that means fall and winter. I can't go to no rooftops and it's cold
I
outside.
know. It's gone.
Huh?
It's gone. No rooftops, no patios.
So you can still go.
No
We
shorts,
can't do none of that,
no
man.
sandals,
No sundresses.
none of it.
None of it. None of it.
Socks,
Good evening.
boots,
Good evening.
winter
Good
coats.
evening, Nita.
I hate
All of
'em.
you all that are tuning in. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the show. Of course, we're glad to have everybody. And shout out to my new friends on LinkedIn, in which we are now streaming live on.
All right.
Yes,
Yes,
now.
we
our new
are now
friends.
on LinkedIn.
We are now on LinkedIn. Hey.
We are.
Share.
Congratulations to the Self Checkout Show. Guys, we are moving on up in the world. We are moving up in the world, okay? Look, Nita says she don't care nothing about Labor Day. She's still wearing white.
That's
God
right.
bless them. God bless them.
Let me tell you right now, if I bought it, I'm going to wear it when I want to wear it. I ain't got nothing white, y'all, but a shirt and some shorts. That's evening. Hey, my Bev, how are you? All right.
Hey,
See,
Bev.
I told you we got folks on LinkedIn in here. My boy, one of the twins, V. Diddy Vincent is on. Hey, brother. So
Hey,
glad you could
Vincent.
join us tonight. Now, guys, listen. To those of you on Facebook, those of you on YouTube Live, those of you on Twitter, those of you now on LinkedIn, woohoo! We want you all to do us a favor, please, if you don't mind, and share this
Yeah.
broadcast. Share it, share it, share it. We want you to share on every platform, and we dare not forget about our podcast listeners on Spotify. We appreciate you. You will be hearing this broadcast in about 90 minutes. So welcome, everybody. Welcome to the show. All right. First things first, our hearts go out to the families of the victims in the Jacksonville hate crime shooting. That was one of the most horrendous things that I have heard of in a long time. If you are not abreast to what's going on, I'll give you the short story, the short version. A white man walked into a Dollar General or a Dollar Tree, whichever one. It was a dollar store, and he shot and killed 3 black people, and he did it on purpose with the intent of killing black people. There was correspondence that he left that the police have, and long story short, he hates or hated black people, so he wanted to kill some, and he did. He killed 3. He went to a school first, predominantly black school, and they showed a black sergeant who chased him away, and they are hailing that sergeant as a hero now, per CNN. Then he went to, after he got ran away from the school, he went to, hey, mommy, how you doing? He
Hey,
went
Mama
to
Helen.
a Dollar General, and apparently there were no black people there, and he got tired of waiting.
Oh.
So he left and went to another Dollar General where he saw black people, and that's where he started shooting. We live in a sick world, and there are some
Yes,
sick
indeed.
people in this world.
Yeah.
So let's be praying for those families that were affected by this hate crime. The guy did turn the gun on himself and killed himself after he shot those 3 individuals. All right. Good evening to Tyrone. Hello, sir. Hello. Oh, you're at the U.S. Open. Oh, you fancy. Okay. All right. You fancy. All right. Because I was sure going to tag you, brother. I was going to tell you because we wait for your comments on the show. We do wait for him. He challenges us. Good evening, Stella. Good evening, Deborah. Hey, all
I'm
my
already
friends.
tired.
Thank you all
So
for
today,
joining.
I'm already tired.
You ain't got the energy tonight?
I'm tired.
Okay, all right. All
Take it
right.
off.
And again, thank you to those of you that are watching on LinkedIn. Wow, thank you. Everybody share.
Hey, Stella.
Share, like,
Yeah.
love. Sister
Yeah.
Stella Jones, my girl. How you doing? All right, you guys. Something else that we found out in the news this week. The legend himself, Bob Barker, has passed away
Oh,
this past Saturday. He passed
no.
away at 99 years old.
99.
He was definitely a legend. I grew up watching Bob Barker on The Price is Right. So yeah, we're praying for his family too. All right. And everybody else that's grieving and bereaved. All right. Beverly said, why they mad at us? Why they hate us when they came and got us to raise their children and clean? Well, girl, look, we're not going all into that. But
That's a whole situation.
listen, that's a whole show, okay? But hatred is just, unfortunately, it's just in the hearts of some people.
yeah.
And that hatred, I believe it's taught to us as children, because children are innocent. They don't know.
No.
You know what I'm saying? I think that is a learned behavior, and it took root in his heart, and he has hated Black people for a long time.
Yeah.
And he said in his letter that he wanted to kill some Black folks, and so he did. So yeah. You ain't finna start acting crazy
I
on this
just
show.
told him be a guest. Stop it. He don't know how to act. I just told him.
John Stennis, there's 4 of us on here.
I'm just wondering if he only thought we need to block him.
Woo!
We
need to block him. Come on,
steady trying to help them. Steady trying to get them in the right direction.
Man, you guys, look. Crystal, let me tell you guys, you all my viewers, Coach Crystal Love, okay? She gets into some deep stuff. And what I mean by that is she sends us these posts or scenarios or whatever. And I'll be like, oh, that's interesting. Oh, that's good. And this one particular one she sent me, I said, this is trouble. And because it's trouble, I have to bring it to you guys.
We got to talk about it.
Because I need to know what you all think about this. I'm about to lose my microphone.
Don't lose it.
You guys, a husband asked his wife to see text messages.
Wait, hold on.
Between
hold
her.
Hold on. Let me put it in our marriage group so that it can stir a little
Okay,
trouble.
Stir it up.
All right, go ahead.
We need all of them in here.
Yeah.
Let me say it one more again.
A
man asked his wife
to do what?
See text messages between her and a male friend. We don't have to introduce Martise Murphy because everybody knows my brother.
I don't understand what he doesn't know how to behave. I'm
Martise Murphy.
I apologize.
Or as my mama would say, he always been my son. I got to tell y'all about this conversation me and my mom had because I got issues with this, but that's another show. That's another show. No, I'm going to tell you right now, dear, we're going to get back to the topic. My mama said, we talking right, Dr. Nancy, Coach Crystal. And she said, you know what? I got I got my babies. Like she said, it's just something special about that John and that Nancy. And she said, Martise, he always been my son. She ain't said much of nothing about me.
He birthed you.
Yeah, but Crystal, John and Nancy, the special ones.
They the special ones. That's right. You know,
Martise always been her son. Then it's me over here. But we need to do a show about broken hearts.
Oh, please.
Oh,
Well, what can we say? I've been around for how long?
Not long as Willie.
Yeah,
That long.
not long as him, but about
a long
so
time.
long.
Wait. Hold on 1 minute. I felt a little shade right there, Crystal.
You felt it?
I felt that.
Okay.
Okay. Not long as with. Okay. All right. I got you.
That's not shade. I got your back. You've been in her life since birth.
Hey, that's right.
See what I'm saying? You got to catch it.
Elder Derek, my brother,
He
my
been
friend,
around for-
hello.
Now see, that's shade.
Look,
I
Mama
gotta
said
deal
you
with
already know you her baby. See?
I don't have to deal with this.
There he is, my baby.
Right.
That's right. There's nothing wrong with it as long as it's a two-way
Shots
street.
fired.
That
You
is
talking,
right.
you ain't hearing them.
That
See,
is right.
shots fired.
All right, guys, back to what I was saying before I
Uh-huh.
rudely interrupted myself.
Okay.
Right.
This man, I wanted to show the video, but it was kind of heavy. But I
Yeah, it was
just
heavy.
let you know
I
what
mean,
happened.
I think you should show
I
it.
mean, you can.
Well, actually, I really tried to, but for some reason there is no sound when I played it on this device.
Okay.
So, but I would have loved to have shown it. But the husband asked his wife to see text messages that was going on between her and a male friend. She basically was like, bruh, no, not gonna happen. You ain't looking at nothing. Okay. And she said, I'm finna take these dogs out. And I'm finna walk the dog. He said, you finna walk both of the dogs. She said, both of them.
Both of them.
And I'm gonna call my sister. I know it's past her bedtime, but I'm gonna call my sister, and I hope she answers because I need her to know how uncomfortable you just made me.
Yeah.
And then she acted as if I don't know exactly what was said right before, but the talk ended up with him saying like, I'm not gonna hit you. What makes you think I would hit you? I said, okay, so it's some other stuff going on there. But the point is, he saw something and he told her, it seems like a little bit of thirst on your end.
Okay.
In these text messages. So whatever was being texted, she did not want him to see. Now, how much, that's why we named this show this tonight. How much do you trust your partner? And this is why I have my brother on with us tonight as well. Because I wanted to hear from, oh God, it's so dramatic. I wanted to hear from a couple. And I want to ask you guys in the comments as well, if you are in a relationship, if you're dating, if you're married, how much do you really trust your partner? She was adamant about, we don't know, guilty, innocent. We don't know that. Seemed a little guilty.
She seemed a little guilty.
Courtney, if you seen the video, if you saw the video, she seemed a little guilty.
Yeah, she was real flustered.
But my first question.
Here we go.
Is this invasion of privacy?
Who you asking?
Whoever want to answer. And I want your answer in the comments too, all of my viewers. Is this invasion? Oh, hello.
That is
good. Is this an invasion of this woman's privacy? I know they are married, but they are still individuals. And I'm not answering yay or nay. Let me start with the married folks. Brother, come on. Let's talk.
Well, we're pastors, and one of our ministries as pastors is our marriage ministry. So we deal with this often. Go ahead. He said you first anyway. So
I like your intro. And we're pastors, and but no, seriously, yeah, that's one of the that's like one of the main topics that come whenever we have like our marriage ministries is retreats and all that. Whatever comes, whenever we have, even when we do counseling, it's a question that pops up. But our take on that is, she has my
don't touch my phone.
Right, because I don't have an iPhone. You go through my Android. But no, seriously though, our take on that is, she has my password, I have her password, and so anytime we need to use each other's devices, it's freely used. And so when she showed me the video earlier today, it not triggered, but it had me thinking like, yeah, something's a little fishy about this particular video. Where the lady she began to become defensive when he asked her about her phone and all that type of stuff, and so now she kind of derailed the whole conversation. I want to go walk the dogs now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then call my sister. No, that ain't what you all want to do. You want to go out and probably try to delete the messages and go on.
That's exactly. I said that. That's exactly what she was going to do.
And so, in circling back to what you asked about it being an invasion of privacy, I don't think that, or we don't think that it's an invasion of privacy unless, because we've had couples who honestly don't talk to us today as a result of this. Yeah. We don't think that it's an invasion of privacy unless it's, it's a fight. So if it's something that you're intentionally and doing it because you want to just always go through a phone, you just always want to, they're sleeping, you're going through their phone. They're doing, you know what I'm saying? So like, if you're doing it that way, being intrusive, that's different. We don't.
And then if you're doing that, I think you are looking.
You're looking
for something, and chances are, in a case like that, chances are you're gonna find what you're looking for, and I don't think you're gonna be ready for it.
What they used to say, you go digging for dirt, you come up with mud.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
so we've told couples that's not okay, or you wanting to use that as a weapon when you're upset with each other. Well, let me see your phone. That's when it becomes where you're intruding on another person's privacy. But other than that, it should be okay. Everything should be wide open between couples.
Crystal.
What I was going to say, probably not in this situation, but it can also be a reverse, where if I want to look in your phone, it's because I'm doing something. I want to make sure that you're not doing anything to retaliate or
deflecting. Okay.
You're not trying to figure out what I'm doing. Let me see your phone. And just like they're saying, everything done in the dark comes to the light. So you don't really have to go through anybody's phone.
Amen.
Because it's going to come up.
Charlotte, if you'll put, Charlotte is always a step ahead of me. I just love her to death. Nita said, I trust my husband. He lets me read his and I let him read mine. We have nothing to hide. We have each other's passcodes. And this is what I'm talking about. Because in a relationship, if you trust one another completely, then you ain't doing nothing trifling behind your partner's back anyway.
Correct. Right.
Because, I mean, come on. We so in love and I love you and this, that, and the other, but still we got sneaky links out there, right? And dips and whatever else you want to call them. And our mode or method of communication is through our cell phones. And I watch a lot of TV, and you can see various shows. Somebody go get in the shower and they leave their phone there. Right? And then the partner, like, and pick up their phone and
run across the bed, run around the bed.
Yeah. Or they'll catch them in a really sound sleep and grab it, put the phone up to the face, and then see all of these messages and inappropriate conversations let's. I got two skills coaches. I think I'm at work. I got two life coaches here, and I have two pastors here. So I want. What is wrong now? Okay. Before I ask that, let me preface it with this. You shouldn't be doing nothing bogus anyway.
Anyway.
If you're in a relationship, if you are married, you shouldn't be. But even if they are, I want to talk about what's wrong with the person that's looking. What's wrong with the person that's snooping?
I think, well, for me, just for me, I've never wanted to go through anybody's phone. That's never been anything that was on my list of things to do. I think that if you're saying, like Pastor Murphy's are saying, if I need to make a phone call, maybe my phone died, I got your password, I might need to do something, or you know what, let me look up something, I left my phone in the room. All of those are different scenarios. But if you're telling me that your goal is, let me see your phone so I can go through your text messages, there's a certain amount of both insecurity and control that you have. You cannot control another person. And if you find something, are you prepared to deal with that?
Right.
Are you going to be okay seeing it?
Right.
Then with insecurities, you got to look deep into you and fix that first. Because just seeing a text message, it could be out of context. You don't know what the is. So I just think that it's not good for you to make that your goal. I want to get in his phone, or I want to get in her phone so I can look through their text messages. Let me go through their DMs. Why are you there? That's my take.
So very true. And a lot of times that's what you'll find when people are going through phones. Their purpose of grabbing that phone or getting that phone is to go through those messages. Why? Again, we have each other's passwords. We know how to grab each other's phones and use them. We don't get each other's phone. I don't get his phone with the purpose of going through his messages. He doesn't get mine with the purpose of going through, like you said, we're getting our phones to use them. Now, on the flip side of that, neither of us can be held responsible for what someone may text us or inbox us.
Absolutely.
It's our response.
Yeah.
That we have to look for. So what did you say?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's when you start being concerned. But something had to have happened that would cause you or cause a person, push a person to grab that phone and decide, or even to think to grab the phone and to decide to look through the phone.
Mika said we have each other's passwords, her and her husband, but I also trust him and don't feel the need to go through his phone. And I remember Grandma saying, "Don't go looking for nothing."
That's right.
Huh?
That's right.
Because if you looking, you're gonna find something.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Honestly, she says, I don't want to be in a relationship where I need to go through his phone.
Honey, ain't enough time in the day. If I got to do that, I don't need you.
It's not.
Lady Kamisha Huggins is with us tonight.
Girl.
Hey. Yeah. So I think that Crystal hit the nail on the head with the insecurities and the control and the lack of trust. But I have another question about that.
Okay.
What if, and I want to get back to this particular couple that we're talking about, but what if there is honestly 100% nothing going on? Hey, Sam, glad to see you tonight.
Cousin.
What if there is absolutely nothing happening? Nothing. And I still choose to say no. Does that mean, that I don't know. What does that mean? Don't I have the right to say no, even if I know I'm clean?
Definitely.
Even if I know I'm good.
Yeah.
But I have that right. Okay. But aren't the chances great of my partner having a problem with that?
They already have a problem.
Talk, Crystal.
They have the initial problem because they asked. So whether you say yes or no, that doesn't change their mindset on what they originally thought. They could go through your phone and find absolutely nothing. They'll wait because maybe I just didn't find nothing today, or maybe she deleted the messages, or maybe him and her talked, or maybe they got another scenario, so they're just going to look for something else. And they'll come back around to it. Can I see your phone? Let me go through your messages. It'll come back. They're already insecure. It's already on the table.
Okay.
That's true.
So mom said maybe they've been hurt before. Trust, those trust issues are still there. Should be dealt with before marrying anyone. Nita says the same thing. They have the insecurities themselves from past relationships. Hey, Joe, I'm glad to have you on with us tonight. So,
and you know, sometimes
Charlotte,
people really don't know that they're dealing with those issues. A lot of times we suppress those issues from previous marriages or previous relationships that we've been in, and it's not until the other person is doing something and it triggers because you haven't dealt with it. It's at that moment that you need to deal with it. Communication is going to be key to say, hey, listen, this is where I am, this is what's going on. And for the other person to say, listen, that's not what I'm on. So, you know, if you want to see it, you can, but that's not what I'm doing. I'm simply doing this, that, and the other. It doesn't necessarily mean it has to be a deal breaker or it has to turn into heated fellowship / those that don't know, is, you know, a whole argument, a misunderstanding. It can definitely be talked out. And then you all can come up with a plan together to move both of you forward where you don't have those issues. Sometimes you don't know, you know what I'm saying?
That's true.
It's easy for us to say, leave it alone or fight or whatever. But sometimes you just don't know until it presents itself.
Right. And some things like this, Martise was about to say the word earlier. You said it just a minute ago, triggers from past situationships, past relationships. And when it happens, your mental state, it immediately goes back to when it happened before. And chances are, unless you are mature enough to have that conversation at that time, that's sometimes on this show we talk about having hard conversations. That's a hard conversation to have because I want to know a few things. I want to know, number one, why do you want to see my phone? Number two, have I given you any reason to believe that I'm doing or having any type of inappropriate conversations, you know, anything like that? So why do you want to see it? Have I shown you anything? And number three, what you going to do if I say no? And now number three is kind of a smart mouth response because that's who I am. Which is going to cause more trouble. I understand that. But I'm to the point now. I'm at a certain age now, whereas I ain't got time to do nothing sneaky behind nobody's back. So if you want to go through my phone, have at it.
Yeah,
that's where I'm at in life now. I ain't always been there, huh? I no, but I'm there now. Nita said also men just have control issues too. Now wait, hold it.
I was going to say that's
hold it.
Some women
because I'm a man. I'm a man, Nita. So let's be honest here. Let's just say people have control issues. Martise, give us something. Talk to us, brother.
I mean, just to kind of piggyback a little bit, because I was trying to say something earlier. I wanted to make sure I had my words together. Right
I'll correct you. Don't worry.
I know.
I'll control you.
Yeah. We know you will, Dr. Linda.
We got control issues.
We have control issues. Go ahead.
Control issues.
Yeah. That's why I'm glad that they made cars that you can separate the temperatures now. Come on, somebody.
All right now.
Y'all know what I'm talking about. I can have mine on 62. She can have hers on 76. And we okay. But going back to this conversation, the main conversation, you know, a lot of times y'all talked about triggers. The question to look at is, was her movement different?
Now stop right there. That's good. And I'll tell you why. Because if you watch the video and listen, the husband told her, I saw a piece of what was said in that text before you moved your phone. So obviously there was some inappropriate conversation happening that she shouldn't be having as a married woman. So when he called it out, She was like, nope, I'm out. Me and the dogs, we gone. I'm uncomfortable. I feel like you're going to beat me up. All that. No, you got caught. And now you want to be best friend with your puppies. Mm-hmm. So she was moving kind of funny, brother.
Yeah.
And he wouldn't let it go.
Yeah.
So now, because if I'm him, and I got a glimpse of this text message that prompted me to say, let me see that phone.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I have trust issues because I'm already seeing you moving funny.
Mm-hmm.
And now I want to know, as a spouse, I want to know what this conversation is about.
Right.
Yeah.
If you say no at this point, I have all the answers that I need.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's
true. That's what I feel.
That's true.
Yep.
Look at Charlotte. Charlotte.
She said, I just be going. I'll be looking to see what I'm getting for my birthday or Christmas.
Look, she ain't worried about nothing else.
What's coming my way? Where my gifts at? Huh?
Sam said, we don't know where the phones are in this house. My stance is this: whatever is in either phone is there. Mm-hmm. And Mama said she was going to call dude.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Oh, she was going to call him. She told her husband, I'm walking the dogs and I need to call my sister because you've made me uncomfortable. No, you ain't fooling
calling dude to give him heads up because this might be somebody he know.
Yeah.
Could be.
She probably really was.
That's an interesting thought.
She's gonna need a place to stay tonight. So
I
can't stay here.
Oh, her and the dogs.
Yeah. So she wanted to use her sister as a cover up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I think that, listen, and this is just me talking, y'all. I think if you're going to trust him, if you're going to trust her, just do it. If you go in not trusting them, don't go in.
Right.
Okay? Because I believe, and somebody said it earlier, I think it was Mom that said that. So there are people who have been scarred by previous relationships that have not done the work to heal from whatever happened. Mm-hmm. And they carry that baggage from one relationship into the next. And when they get into that next relationship, they open that baggage up. Mm-hmm. And it all spills out. Now, everything that you dealt with your former partner, you're bringing it on to your new partner. So now you had trust issues back there you didn't deal with. This person ain't done nothing to you, but you got trust issues because you haven't dealt with it. So I think that sometimes, Dr. Nancy, and you and brother can probably share more about this. I said this before. I think that emotionally unavailable people should not jump into a relationship.
So I should stay single?
If you are emotionally unavailable, yes. Until you deal with your emotions.
Yeah.
Do you agree or do you disagree?
I do agree with that. It's a certain level of maturity and understanding that you need to take that time to detox, if you will, from the relationship that you were in. You got to close those doors. And a lot of times we're not honest with ourselves because we just want to be with somebody.
Mm-hmm.
We just want to have a woman, or we just want to have a man. And because I want to be with somebody, we forget we're not kids anymore, right? And so we forget that we need to close those doors and we need to process what happened in this relationship, what went wrong in this relationship, what went right in the relationship, what I'm willing to stand for in the next relationship, and what I'm not willing to stand for in the next relationship. And one thing we need to, at that point, as we're progressing, and then be able to lay that out for the person.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I hear that. I agree with that. Deborah said it's also dangerous for the husband because some of these are crazy and will kill you. It has nothing to do with trust but safety. I agree with that. I'm speaking because your volume went out. Yeah. Dr. Nancy, say something.
Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we got you back.
Okay.
We got you back. So I agree with that. But see, this is why you got Deborah. This is why you got to do background checks on folks before you get with them. You got Crystal, Coach Crystal. You got to do background checks because you know
you do have.
folks,
I mean, it's almost to that point. It's almost to that point.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
Yeah,
because there are some mentally unstable people who know how to mask it.
Yes,
and until they get what they want.
They know how to function.
There you go. We just seen it in all kind of movies.
Mm-hmm.
They appear to be 100% A-okay.
And then
until they get you locked down.
That's right.
That's when the crazy come out.
Mm-hmm.
So, wait a minute. What's this here? Why would you mop with dirty water? Oh. Change the water and start afresh.
Because some of us are lazy. That's a great phrase, and that's the truth. Why would you mop with dirty water and change the water and start fresh? Because sometimes some people are lazy and they don't want to deal with it. They don't want to be accountable. That's powerful. And what she said, why would you mop with dirty water and instead of just changing the water? And starting fresh. But people don't want to be accountable.
Right.
They don't want to be accountable for their actions. So why would I change the water? It was all his fault. Wasn't nothing wrong with me, or all her fault. Wasn't nothing wrong with him. Now let's jump into this next relationship. And if you do whatever, now I want to see your phone.
Right.
But you know what? This connects even back to when we talked about having a village and people holding you accountable and not enabling you and telling you that you were right in the situation. It's two sides, and somebody got to be able to tell you the truth.
Somebody, that's right.
So if you're trying to do this on your own, if you're not gonna tell yourself that truth in your head, you're gonna keep pushing forward and saying it's okay. You're gonna keep putting a Band-Aid on it, and I'm gonna move to the next one, not realizing that you have many broken relationships. So you are the person who needs to be fixed.
Right.
Even if it's not you, there's something that you're doing that's attracting.
Yeah.
So what's happening here? There's no reason why you should be in a relationship today, break up, and then tomorrow you're in another one. Or you've been in no reason why. Yeah, something about that is not right. You need to check the track record here. What's going on? Male or female? What's happening? What's happening?
Yeah. So, okay. Sand said, sometimes chaos is peace for some. Wow.
Toxic.
And that's what they're looking for.
Toxic.
You know what?
Misery
that's true.
Company.
Toxic.
Misery
toxic. Yes.
Always.
It's toxic all day long.
Deborah said, a lot of us need to spend time getting to know who we are. And like Dr. Nancy said, learn who you are and what you want in life. So I agree with that and I think that's powerful because until you know you and until you know what you want, how do you know what you want from somebody else and a partner? And furthermore, how are you willing to ask a partner to be something that you're not willing to be to yourself?
And something that you're not even able to verbalize. You got to know what you need. You got to know what you want. And you've got to be able to verbalize that. We're not mind readers. I can't go off on him because I'm cold and I don't have a coat and he has no clue that I'm freezing.
How about it?
I got to tell him, hey, can you give me a coat? I'm cold. Or will you turn off the air because I'm cold? He can't know that if I don't verbalize it. And I don't have a right to get upset with him. If I hadn't told him that I'm cold, can you turn it off? So we've got to be able to say, that's where the power is. The power is in being able to say what it is that you need, what it is that you're requiring, and then allowing the other person. Come on, because we all have a right to choose.
That's
allowing the other person to say whether or not it's something that they can give and whether or not they're willing to do.
I like that. You can't be mad at them if they don't know.
Yeah.
I like that. Martise, you and Nancy are marriage counselors, seeing every kind of relationship there is possible, I'm sure.
A whole lot of them.
So, let me ask you a trick question.
Okay.
I don't like trick questions.
Who, in your professional opinion, Who has more trust issues, men or women?
Ooh.
That's a real good trick question.
I would say women.
Crystal says women.
I would say it's balanced too. I would say it's a balance. If we're honest and we really look at it, a lot of times we all have the same trust issues. We may put a different name to them, but we all have a different trust issue. Men are worried about women, women worried about men. Men are worried about the other men, and women are the same way. We're worried about the other women. You know, same. You never know what the other person is doing. Both. And it's about balance.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I would agree with that. I'll say both. I like what Sam is saying tonight. People reject the unfamiliar and conform back to their familiar place. You talking right.
Yeah.
Okay? You talking right.
Yeah.
If the checking the phones went on in the previous relationship and it worked, or you all both were okay with it, and I'm not just saying, you know, like, babe, let me use your phone, because Martise and I do it all the time. But if that was a form of control and or manipulation or maintaining the relationship in the previous relationship, when you go into this relationship, or if there was infidelity and a lack of trust in this relationship, when you get into the next relationship, guess what? It's gonna rise and rear its head again. So
yeah. The majority of our viewers are saying both have trust issues. Sam said both. Mom says it's a toss-up. Deb said both. Bev said it's a balance. All right. Okay. Hey, Kivia, how are you? Praying for you today. We know today was your mom's birthday and she's in heaven. We pray for you today and your family. Thank you for being with us tonight.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Coach Crystal.
Yeah.
Whether I am guilty or innocent, whether I have been having inappropriate conversations or whether my phone is a prayer book, if my spouse in a distrusting way says, no, let me see your phone, should I be offended?
I don't know about offended. I'm more of a you get what you ask for type of person. Okay. So if you think that I'm doing something and you can find it, get the phone and point it out. Show me. Because I feel like once you go through the phone and you can't find anything, now you got mud on your face. So now your worry is, how am I going to take it? It's not about the offense for you because you asked for the phone. Here you go. But you accusing me of something. So now, what are you doing? Let me see your phone. Now we got a back and forth. And it's unnecessary. When technically two adults can sit down and have a conversation. It's unnecessary. Now, whether or not both adults are going to tell the truth, that's one thing. But like I said, anything done in the dark comes to the light. You cannot continue to hide it. So once you've gotten your answer, move on. If you can't move on, then you need to say that too.
Martise, should I be offended?
Why would you ask me that now? I mean, what? Here's the answer. Here's what I really want to say. Now it depends.
I'm sorry.
Look at this man.
Greg Huggins just floored me.
That's part of the prayer book at Grave by Greg.
And that's it.
Come on, Martise.
It all stems back to you and your spouse, your mate, whoever, having a conversation. You know what I'm saying? It all goes back to that. So if we didn't have this conversation, you know what I'm saying? Look
at this. Look at that. See?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, mother. I'm about to say. Let me put up now. So it all stems back to the conversation. You all have to have a conversation. If you all have agreed to be an open book, transparency to each other, there shouldn't be a no in anything unless we think it's something that's gonna hurt. You know what I'm saying? Hurt the other person. But if I ask you, let me see your phone, and you tell me no, okay, now we have a problem because we agreed that we are not hiding. We got, you got access to me and I got access to you.
And I don't think that there should be any offense because, especially when you're married, this is the marriage we're talking about. This isn't dating.
Right.
They're not engaged. They're actually married. And I think that, let's say this is a situation because, we don't like to have heated fellowships. So we always tell the couples to come together into a huddle. Come together in a huddle now. Let's come up with a game plan and let's identify why there is this problem. So before you're quick to react or respond, so you can act happy, you can act like Coach Crystal said when you're dating. But when you're married, you should be trying to find solution and or resolution. So if this is happening, all right, babe, you asking for my phone? What's going on? What?
I said, let's have a conversation. I want you to, break the mirror.
But your back.
But you gonna take this phone and you find it, baby. Okay. You come in
and then your aftermath is problem.
Okay. That could be a problem. That could be a problem.
I know my friend. But then we should be able to come together and say, okay, so what's the problem? And then he should be able to say, well, I felt as though you were doing this, that, and the other. That's why I'm asking for the phone. There should be some dialogue happening. Yeah. And then I should be able to give you my phone without a problem. Now, unless I know I done something, or he done something. Now we putting up walls like, oh shoot, I need to go walk the dogs because I need to delete it or I need to comment. But I don't think there should be any offense initially. I think that we need to kind of try to talk about it, figure it out, and move forward that way. And then offense will come, like you said, if there's a no and the tone of the no. You got to listen to the tone, the body language, because he paid attention to all of that.
He did. Greg said, if you got something to hide, you are creating a hindrance in the relationship. Yeah. And his wife said, if I have a suspicion about something, I'm just going to flat out ask, why do I have to see the phone? If you say there's nothing to worry about, I'm going to hold you to that. If you aren't being honest, then eventually it will come out. Deborah said, only the person with the secret has the secret. Everyone else knows it. That was good.
Yeah, that's really good.
Kivia said, I think most people don't know how to communicate, which is also true. We are big on communication on this show.
Big on communication.
And I'm going to tell you, all of you that are watching, I am the one that will be offended. Because why? For what?
Why are you going to be offended?
Because because if I have given you no reason to not trust me, I'm offended that you came at me like that.
Okay, well, let me ask you this.
Not to be offended.
Let me ask you this.
Ask the question.
Since you said that you would be the one that's offended. Now, I agree with all the comments that have been made so far. Okay. As it relates to you, let's say that the other person was at work or dealing with somebody else and had some conversations or whatever, and now it's kind of like, and came home and said, can I check your phone? Can I see your phone? Now you offended?
Not like that, no.
Okay, but see, you just said that I'm the one.
If you come to me like that, I'm thinking you need to use it for something. Maybe
What? I'm gonna ask you the same way. If I got a suspicion, I don't want you to know I got a suspicion. I'm just like, can I see your phone?
Because he was not upset. If you look at that video, that's why I really wish you could play that video. When he asked for the phone, he wasn't being mean or nothing like that.
He wasn't being mean.
Not
he
at
was
all.
Not being mean at all.
And he maintained his composure.
Until.
But I think that in a case like this, tone does matter.
Tone definitely matters.
Because if we chilling and you let me see your phone real quick. I'm not thinking about, you know what I'm saying? But if
the problem came in that once he did that, the way she responded.
Right.
That's what the problem.
Her response opened the door to everything else.
Opened the door.
Because now, if I'm like, what you need to see my phone for? Hold on, you aggressive. Why? What you had? Right?
Yep.
A Flat said in most cases, if questions are being asked, the person asking feels they already know the answers, but just need confirmation. Sometimes that's true. Sometimes that's not true. Sometimes it's what we said a few minutes ago. It's the fact that they just have trust issues and insecurities, and they think everybody out to get them.
Yeah.
They think everybody gonna do them wrong because they haven't dealt with
curiosity.
Yeah.
Curiosity to scratch.
Mhm.
Yeah. Tone, body language, and rolling eyes matter. Charlotte said it's all in the delivery.
Yep.
Yeah, if we just chilling at dinner.
I was gonna say, don't say my house.
And your spouse says, let me see your phone real quick.
Yeah.
I don't think in the moment, I don't think you're thinking anything. You're like, yeah.
9 times out of 10, that's how they're going to ask anyway. Because if I come to you and I say, well, let me see your phone because I saw what you did last night on Instagram, that's not going to get a good reaction. I want you to actually put the phone in my hand.
Because now, if you come like that, you'll never get this phone.
It's probably one person out of thousands that'll come to you like that. But the average person, you get more bees with honey. Hey, can I see your phone right quick? Yeah, you ain't thought nothing of it. You might even walk off. So I'm really finna get in it. I'm not gonna ask you angry.
Aggressively.
And people know that. That's why they wait till you go to sleep or they wait till you're doing, you know what I'm saying? You're away from your in the shower.
But see, I'd rather you just ask me for it. Because if you do that and I find out later, now we got a bigger problem.
Now you see,
which I probably never find out.
People who do that are like, we were out, you got your phone turned over, so I can't see what's coming through. Or when your phone rings, you don't answer. When you with me, it's things that change how you get the information that you need. I'm gonna sleep in your
Crystal,
phone.
You might be on to something there. You might be on to something. Because why your phone face down?
Your phone face down. Why
and you ain't got no screen protector.
Then if you do got a screen protector, it's a blackout. I can't see your text. What's going on?
I got a blackout.
Mine's is a blackout too.
I don't
That's
trust
just because I
neither
want the
one of
people to mind their business. That has nothing to do with anything.
Hey, Roderick Woodson, thank you for joining us tonight. V. Diddy said, women don't ask to see your phone. They ask, let me play this game on your phone. Then they go through your text.
If it's not Monopoly, I don't want it.
There you go. Yeah. Give me your phone and download it.
So, I said, and I know that I'm not the only person. Y'all in these comments might not agree with me, but it's all right. Somebody will. I said that I would be the one that would be offended. Now, Nancy Murphy said something some minutes ago, and you did not know that this was one of my questions tonight in dealing with offense.
Okay.
Do you respond or do you react? And the reason I asked that is because, and all that was a segue into this question. The reason I asked that is because whether we believe it or not, there is a difference between responding and reacting. Now, in offense, if the phone situation, let me see your phone, that thing. This lady in the video, she reacted.
She did.
She did not respond. She reacted. He was responding. She was reacting. Reacting is immediate. It's off the cuff. It's emotional. It's right there and there. It's right now. I got to do something now. Defense mechanism.
Yeah.
Okay. A reaction is more immediate, which lets the other person know something is off.
Yeah.
But a response would be
no
a softer answer. What Crystal? What you say?
No.
You cannot. I don't.
It's like it's a response. Let me see your phone? I saw no, or go ahead. Well, the phone over there, grab it. That's a response.
Okay. Nita said right. I was gonna say that there are things that adds up to it, like Crystal said. Kamisha said, Greg and I always swapping phones, so we often do ask, babe, let me see your phone.
I don't like
Jana,
phone. I don't like.
Yeah, I know you don't like you because he had an Android.
You don't like Androids. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I leave my phone laying around the house everywhere.
Yeah.
I run a Dunkin' Donuts.
Yes, you do. You leave your phone everywhere.
Listen.
So,
but if I had something to hide, that
you'll take it with you.
It'll be right. It'll be just like a part of my clothes.
And that goes back to, and I'm sorry we cut you off, brother, but that goes back to what he was saying about your mannerisms changing, your behavior changing. Because we both just, although I hate his phone, and I'm praying that he gets delivered because I don't want, him to close.
I'm praying with your best friend.
Okay, but because he wants this little devil on him, we don't bother each other's phones. We trust each other. So I don't go grab his phone. He don't grab my. Do we have access? We both have all access. We both know each other's passwords. But now, if
our passwords are the same, that's the killer part.
Our passwords are the same.
You have that.
Yeah, but the thing about it is, if we start doing things differently, now I don't know how much more different I could do because I always have my phone for the most part. I always have my phone.
It's glued to it.
And so I don't know what I would do different. He is the one that would probably make different moves, like keeping his phone and actually.
Side note, can I throw in a side note right there? All of you that are watching, on whatever platform you're watching, you have just heard for yourself my sister say. I always have my phone. My phone is glued to me.
I think you can go say that.
I want y'all to know that she didn't respond to my text last night. She still ain't responded to it. Okay,
it's a difference. Always having your phone with you and always answering. It's a difference.
Let me get some of these comments. I was just gonna Willie, I was just gonna say that. So you don't think that's being dishonest to not mention your true intentions for asking for the phone? Well,
entraption. It's not dishonesty, it's entraption.
Okay, Cole.
It's not dishonesty because I didn't lie.
I didn't lie. I want to see your phone.
I just didn't tell you why I wanted to see it.
Yeah.
So, but I kind of see where you're going with that, though. I see where you're going with that. Hey, Tammy Joseph, my girl, how you doing? Kamisha asks, what did he find in the phone? She had the phone, and he saw a piece of the conversation that they were having. He couldn't see it all, but he saw a piece of it, and in response to that, he told her, you was acting a little thirsty in the part that I saw. And he asked for the phone, and she reacted by saying, I'm going to walk these dogs and call my sister. I feel uncomfortable. She got out of there. She was doing some shit.
Look, he couldn't even believe. He said, so wait, you going to walk both of these?
Clearly, you don't walk the dogs.
Look, that just goes to show you she don't normally do that.
She don't normally do that. There was that behavior change.
She was trying to find a way out.
Yeah.
So she could either, one, call this man, or two, delete those text messages. Yeah. She wasn't going to call her sister.
And so her sister could help her out.
Yeah. Help me out now.
Yeah.
All right. A Flat said the problem is not suspicion. The problem is the inability to heal from previous situations. Yes, we touched on that a little while ago. People put too much equity in these phones. It's people out here that are willing to give up their phone and still be lying.
That's true. Because they know how to. They smart. Some folks are slick now for real. They'll delete fast now.
They'll delete it.
Yeah, they
on an app. There are apps that once you read the message, it deletes. There's plenty of ways.
Yeah,
I'm not responding to these Android comments. Okay?
Come on, somebody. Android don't work. I'm sorry.
And look at that. That's family talk. Mama
anytime my messages are
look what said. Lord, heal my brother. Because our marriage is unequally yoked. There's division in our home, Pastor Pray.
Pastor often play.
You must have put your home message yesterday.
No. Hey, look. A Flat said if anyone looks in the Android, they're not going to find anything because it's going to blow up.
Amen. Look at that. Listen, I'm telling you.
Now I want to, in all seriousness now, I want to focus a bit on offense. Because at some point, we all have been offended or we have offended someone.
Well, that's good.
Now,
that's probably the whole show.
That's the whole show.
You think so?
Yeah. What do you mean?
You
That-
can touch on
That's
it.
the whole show.
And I'm a guest tonight. That's going all the way across the board.
We can't do them.
Okay, we gonna have to deal with that another time, dude.
Yeah, that's
Because I got
that's
questions.
Because you're gonna have people talking about church offense, work offense.
It's so
House
many different
offense.
types
Let me
of
tell
you
y'all right now. Let me tell you right now what I'm not
We're
dealing
not doing
with.
church offense.
I'm not dealing with that.
I agree.
I refuse.
I agree. I'm with you.
Because
Amen.
on that note, some folks just need to grow up.
Amen. Amen.
So I'm absolutely not dealing with that.
But I think we need to
But I do understand that it happens.
because offense is big.
Yeah.
It is
Offense
big.
is big. Being offended and offending, being an offender is huge.
Mhm.
And I don't think that we can deal
We
with
can cover
both
that.
sides of that
Yeah.
in this little
Yeah.
bit of time.
Sherry Bean is on with us tonight. How you doing? That's right, Kamisha. Sometimes you just gotta grow up and stop blaming stuff for how you acting now that happened to you 25 years ago because somebody didn't speak to you. Grow
Or how about the fact that you
up.
didn't want to be corrected?
That's what it
Hello,
is.
somebody.
Because that's what Crystal said. That's a lot of it right there.
That's what it is.
Because you didn't want to be
Soon-
corrected.
As soon as somebody try to correct you, not you hurt, you gone, and all of that, you ain't coming back. Your feelings hurt, but they hurt your feelings at work. They hurt your feelings at the club. They hurt your feelings at wherever you go sometime, and you continue to go back. So miss me with the church hurt. Okay.
Isn't it funny how we are, and I'm gonna be quiet after this, I promise, because we really need to deal with this another time. But isn't it funny how we are now an entitled group of people? And when I say that, I mean yesteryear, when our parents were growing up, when our grandparents were growing up, so much that worked and was proven then for those generations. Now today, we can't do it. We're so offended by it. We had to change it. We had to do this. We had to do that to make it better, to make us more comfortable.
Well, that's the time we live in. It's everything is offense. Everything is you hurt my feelings. I need you
down to medication.
I need you to
Back
slow
then,
down.
they was taking real medicine. Today, we get all this honey.
Everything.
Everything.
I don't know when. I don't know when it happened.
I don't know either.
When things changed.
As soon as social media became a platform
Yep.
and you could hide behind a screen,
That's
Yep.
good.
that's when it grew.
That's good.
As soon
Because
as we walk- as
if
soon
you're
as we
face
walk
to
into it.
face,
Yeah,
you're not going to offend people
good.
on purpose face to face because you don't know what the outcome is going to be.
That's good.
But I can type.
Yeah.
That's good.
As soon as we came into the modern technology,
We had nice
age,
computers instead
You
of
know
the
what I'm saying?
typewriter.
Yeah, I can hide. I can hide. Oh, I can
Yeah.
say whatever I want to say now.
These $1,000 creatures.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
the up to date internet, the cell phones, all of that has changed the world. Period.
Because now everybody's so hurt. Everybody's so offended.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Wasn't nobody apologizing when we was little kids. I said what I said.
We went
And it was
outside, you
illegal.
had a little fight, and you came on back in the house, and y'all was friends the next day.
And that's
now
it.
folks gonna cut and shoot.
Not the next day, the same day.
The same day.
Same day, right.
Mama's got everybody's behind. I mean, I could keep on pressing some buttons because this gentle parenting wears me thin. Okay, wears me thin. I get text messages all the time from my daycare parents as a result of this gentle parenting. So now I'm sorry, it worked for us.
That's where y'all messed up, getting gentle.
Social media, Greg says, has given a platform to unhealed people along with this cancel culture society.
Yes, sir.
Man, look, y'all right. This is going to be another show.
We can't do this tonight.
This is going to be another show.
I told you. We can't do this tonight.
Let me touch that for a second.
Yeah, hold on to that note right there.
Let me touch that for a second.
Night,
I love
Mama.
you too, Mom. Good night. Let me touch that for a second about this cancel culture stuff.
Oh,
cancel.
And along coupled with offense and offenses.
Which causes you to block.
Look here. Let me tell you something. It's some people always in some mess.
Mm-hmm.
Their name always in some garbage.
Mm-hmm.
And they are always offended
Mm-hmm.
by what somebody says on social media
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
without having said your name.
Mm-hmm.
How am I going to be offended by a general post that's made on social media? And I don't even know if it was directed at me. First of all, I think subliminals are stupid,
Mm-hmm.
but it happens. And this is my show. I can say what I want to say.
Say what you want to say.
Look, I gotta be careful.
The views that come from this show.
Let me tell you something on this social media stuff, y'all. Listen to me and listen to me good. If you don't like something that you see,
come on, move it.
Keep scrolling.
Yeah,
it's so simple.
It's simple.
You scrolling anyway. Keep scrolling. Why are you getting butthurt about what somebody said? And this one in particular.
Oh Lord.
I'm not gonna say no names.
Don't say no names.
I'm not.
You may as well.
But was gung-ho about sending everybody to hell and condemning everybody that was going to Beyonce's concert.
You talking about Tiffany?
Ooh.
Didn't he say he wasn't saying no names?
Martise is the same person we can't put on speakerphone. Now, hey,
yeah, because she has no filter.
And she spoke ill about the Beehive and how Beyonce is a witch. Because look at how her followers, they'll attack you and all that kind of carrying on, right? Thought about something. Because this young lady, as Nancy has so eloquently said her name, was just in yet another debate with Prophet Ryan Lestrange. This man made a general post, and Tiffany's followers attacked him.
Yeah.
Not the Tiff Hive.
Just like she said the Beehive does. So, you got your own little Beehive going on, I'm thinking. So how can you condemn Beyonce's people when your people doing the exact same thing? The Beehive loves Beyonce. Apparently, this young lady's followers love her too. But that's not even my biggest issue. My biggest issue is, how are you always so offended that you have to go on attack on people?
All the time.
How?
You know, it goes to, we have a lot of Inas out there.
What's that?
I need attention.
You
know,
well, she getting it.
Everybody on social media need attention.
She getting it, but you know what? It's not, all attention is not good attention.
Correct.
Yeah, it's not good attention, but
correct.
You know, somebody that is just like Crystal said, social media has like opened the door for people to voice their opinions, to have a platform that they can't get when they walk out their house.
Right.
So since I get on the World Wide Web, let me just go ahead and stand on my soapbox and say what I need to say and come at whoever I need to come at and don't care nothing about it. That's how they're getting their attention. That's how they're getting their as if your energy was low, that's how they're getting their energy. You know what I'm saying? That's how they feed themselves. You know what I'm saying?
It's
that's
true. And then that's sad though.
Yeah, it is sad.
It's
and that's
sad that you have to attack people to get paid.
And that's why we have so many deaths all of a sudden. People are committing suicide because they're not getting the attention that they expect to get on social media. They're not getting the likes. They're not getting the hearts. They're not getting the comments. Now they're falling into depression, taking Xanax and all this type of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Let me tell you something. We average 300 to 400 viewers a week. I'm ecstatic. I don't need 1,000 people. It would be nice to have, but I'm content with what we have because number one, we're giving quality stuff. Mm-hmm. Okay. And it's people like Ryan Lestrange that's been attacked over this past week. William Hudson III has been attacked over this past week. And there are others that I can't even name right now. But it's stupid to me that you have nothing else going on for yourself other than to fight with people on social media because you know people are going to eat it up.
And you don't have to be accountable. You're on social media.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's true.
And that's how the spotlight begins. That's how they get their spotlight. Mm-hmm. So now I know if I do this, say this, act like this on social media, that's going to open up a door for me to walk into to continue doing what I'm doing.
And do you know people pay for this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There are platforms and websites that people pay. They'll say only a certain amount on a public platform.
Right.
I mean,
but if you pay, they'll tell everything. Mm-hmm. That's crazy to me.
And why do you think reality TV is the number one shows that are out right now?
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Sherry said the truth, character, and integrity don't get a lot of following. Of course it doesn't. And it unfortunately, it never will because it seems like with the social media, people flock to garbage and mess and, gossip and scandal. You know what I'm saying? I don't get it.
Those things are
that's the one, Patreon, however you say it. Mm-hmm. Put that back up, Charlotte, that name right there. That's the one I heard about. That's the pay site where if you want all the tea, that you got to pay. And people are getting rich.
Yeah.
Off of scandal and dogging people out. Mm-hmm. People that they don't even know.
Mm-hmm. It don't even have to be true. It don't even have to be true.
Don't even have to be true.
Like, what was that before you? What was like the whole rumor thing with Steve Harvey and his wife?
Yeah.
I actually have no idea.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to go look it up when I get off because I don't know I have no idea what you're talking about. Y'all, I work so many hours. I miss so much stuff.
I miss a lot. I'll keep you abreast.
We know.
Help me out, Crystal. Mm-hmm. I miss a lot. I do. I get my updates from the self-checkout text message where I get all these lovely videos from. Because I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on.
Nita, is it true? I don't know if it was true. I know there's a lot of talk, but I don't know if it's true.
But this is the thing. People are so vested.
Yeah.
And
something ain't got nothing to do with them.
And it's not that they're vested in the relationship being what it is. Steve, they proclaim happiness. So let's just see how happy y'all are. This is what we're going to see.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, now y'all got me looking into this. I'm going to look into it. And next week, we're coming back because we have to really dig into offense. We got to dig into that because it's crazy that I think, and I'll bring this up next week, I think that some people like to live in offense.
Oh, yeah.
They like it. Like they walk around with a chip on their shoulder. Okay. Oh, she said dipping in mustard trying to...
But this one just said it's not true.
It's not true.
It's not true.
We are going. If anybody can find out, Coach Crystal gonna find out, and she gonna let us know.
But it's so people believe stuff so easily.
Yeah,
you could say
That's
anything
true.
and they believe it.
Yeah.
That's true, because people like garbage and mess.
Mm-hmm.
Sad. Nevertheless, I
Nevertheless,
want to thank you guys for being with us tonight. It was really, really fun to talk about this. How much do you trust your partner? I'm saying to you that if you do, in fact, trust him or her, there is no need to go through their phone.
not a need at all.
Not at all.
Because
Especially
let me
in
tell you
marriage.
right now, especially in marriage,
Mm-hmm.
but even if you're dating or engaged, whatever, it's not a need. Because if you're not married and that's your goal, and you already feel like you need to go through their phone, marriage shouldn't be the goal for you right now.
It's not the goal.
No, you're not ready.
No.
I'm saying that if you are going to trust him, if you're going to trust her, do it
That's it.
wholeheartedly. If you are not, step away from the relationship.
Yes.
And deal with you.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's not always their fault.
Right.
Sometimes it's the insecurities in us. Sometimes it's the past hurt in us. Sometimes it's the failed marriages, the no good relationships that we have endured, and now we think everybody is the same way. So now I got to go through his phone. I got to go through her phone to make sure that they're not going to do me. Man.
Yeah. Because you can't stop it no way.
No. It's already done.
And then we folks that got smart now, they got burner phones and set them off to the side somewhere you don't need to know nothing about.
That's so true.
Oh, yeah, you want to go through my phone? Here you go.
Go ahead.
You don't know what the other one at.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're going to trust them, trust them.
Yeah.
If you're not, don't get in a relationship. Don't get married until you deal with what's inside of you. Stop pointing the finger at the next person. Stop pointing the finger at him or her, and deal with your own issues, your own insecurities. And then you can have a healthy relationship. This has been the Self-Checkout Show. I thank you guys for being with us tonight. Next week, we're coming back and we're going to talk about how to deal with offenses. We're going to deal with it the whole show. Special thanks to my brother, Pastor Martise Murphy, for joining us tonight. We appreciate your input.
Well, now you want me off the show now. Well, I'll be back next week. I'm just asking, so I know to prepare myself.
No, you're prepared.
No. Oh. We know your birthday coming. Ain't nobody thinking about you.
Oh.
His little birthday coming next week. Well, not next week. Week after next.
Holiday next week.
Holiday next week. All right. I love you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you, my new friends on LinkedIn. We appreciate you guys for watching us tonight. We will see you next week.
Next week
is
the holiday. That's what he's saying.
We won't be here.
We won't be here.
Who won't be where?
We're not coming on Monday, Labor Day.
Oh, next Monday is the holiday. Yeah, we ain't coming back next week. Ooh,
you don't want me on your show.
I'm
right, let us do right.
Facebook, y'all see what I have to deal with.
Yeah, we won't be here next Monday.
No.
We'll see y'all week after next. Enjoy your holiday. Have a safe holiday. I love you guys. For Coach Crystal, for Dr. Nancy, this is the Self-Checkout Show. We'll see you next time.
See you next time. Bye-bye.